Hi there, I'm Rex King, and today we're talking Locked. So, Locked was directed by David Yervosky. I apologize if I mispronounced that name. And basically follows a thief played by Bill Skarsgård who finds this very fancy car to break into, but as soon as he does, the doors lock behind him and he is permanently locked in. And a voice comes on via the car phone telling him that he has been trapped in this car by this other guy voiced by Anthony Hopkins. And yeah, it's a pretty much self contained thriller as he tries to find a way out of his situation while also being taunted by Anthony Hopkins, which is pretty gosh darn terrifying if you start to think about it for a bit. So I really liked self contained thrillers. I like the idea of someone being trapped in one location and trying to find a way out of the situation that they're in. I feel like those can be very successful movies if done right. Flight Risk earlier this year is an example of this type of movie done completely wrong. This movie is done to complete perfection as far as I am concerned. Like, every beat this film follows is excellent. Down to the story pacing, it's an hour and a half film, so it doesn't overstay its welcome. And like the opening takes a little bit longer than I would normally like, but I feel like as soon as we like click in to the car, the film manages to take off and it is absolutely spectacular. I kept wondering what was going to happen, what he was going to try, how he was going to get out of the situation, if he even was going to get out of the situation. Um, Add this to the characters, and I really like the two character dynamics on screen here. I really like Bill Skarsgård's character, how he's just kind of a desperate thief, how he's been put into this position and feels like he can't get out of it. And Anthony Hopkins' character as the rich guy who's kind of trapped him inside this car. We get a little bit of his reasoning, and we can understand his reasoning a little bit, even though it's completely flawed when you start to break it down a little bit as far as morality is concerned. I really like their conversations, and I really like how Anthony Hopkins' character drives our main character to the brink of depression. Uh, and there are certain things that his character does, even though he's off screen, that you can tell he's just doing to mess with our main character or to manipulate him into doing certain things. And I really like seeing that at play here. Furthermore, let's be honest here. Anthony Hopkins and Bill Skarsgård are fantastic. This is like the perfect casting decision for this film. Bill Skarsgård stumbled last year with The Crow, but I'm glad to see he found his footing again with this film, and he does a brilliant job. And we easily start to feel and relate to this character, even though he really is a crook when you start to really think about it. Um, and we kind of rooting for him against Anthony Hopkins' character, and Anthony Hopkins does so much with just using his voice and gets so much across that it's wonderful. And I absolutely love Anthony Hopkins, and I absolutely enjoyed his performance in this film as usual. Uh, Visually, I also felt the film really hit a chord. I mean, at the end of the day, you're in a car. There's very limited shots you can do that would be interesting, but I believe they do quite well with the camera and moving it in certain ways to give you investment. They manage to keep you involved in what's going on, and it doesn't come off as stale and boring. I really like this film. I do recognize that it's probably because it's a film practically made for me. It's a independent film. It's uh, a self-contained thriller, which I've already stated that I really like those. And I enjoy a good Anthony Hopkins performance and a good Bill Skarsgård performance. At the end of the day, if you're looking for something bigger and uh, looking for something like a blockbuster, this isn't going to move you off that. And it's not a completely different take on a self-contained thriller. We have seen films like this before, but I really did enjoy myself at the end of the day. So I'm going to give Locked a 7 out of 10, and I do recommend it if you like self-contained thrillers. There's a lot to like here. Anyway, that's my opinion on Locked. What do you think about it? Let me know in the comments below. And if you like this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you next time.